god, that double. That double's awful. Shit, where do I have this up? Fuck. Oh god, that double. That double's awful. Shit, where do I have this up? Fuck. Rip. 1 second. Shit, where do I have this up? Fuck. Rip. 1 second. Shit, where do I have this up? Fuck. Rip. 1 second. Rip. 1 second. Okay, that's better. Jesus Christ. All right. Oh boy. Let's see. As if. Let's see. Not going to be on too long for tonight. Got work in the morning. That shit fucking sucks. But what are you going to do? But what are you going to do? You going to cry about it? Probably. Honestly. I should cry about it. Because it does fucking suck. But what are you going to do? That's the bigger question. Let's see what disgusting ass Fox News is doing. Let's see. Thousands of Israelis take the streets. All right. 1 hour ago, General Dana Pittard. Russia should not be rewarded for. Okay, so someone who's
Let's
against.
bring in retired U.S. Army General Dana Pittard. General Pittard, from your viewpoint, why should Russia get anything out of this? I mean, we just heard Marco Rubio say both sides in a war have to give up something. Russia launched an illegal invasion. Why should they get anything out of what they've done here?
Geez, what hour are they putting this on Fox?
Well, good afternoon, John. That's a good point. I mean, Russia should not be rewarded for its aggression against Ukraine. However, the war's been going on for 3.5 years. And if there is going to be a peace settlement, I agree with Secretary of State Rubio, both sides are going to have to give something up in order to do that. I think the most important thing out of this will be the security guarantees. If it doesn't include the United States, it's not going to be effective.
So you think U.S. troops have to be on the ground in the event of some kind of a peace deal to make sure that the Russians behave themselves?
Not sure about U.S. troops actually on the ground, but U.S. guarantees could be.
Yeah, there's no way Trump would ever allow for U.S. troops on the ground, but.
Air Force, it could be air defense systems that cover Ukraine and any European troops that are in Ukraine. There's different ways to do that, but the United States needs to be a part of that if it's going to hold.
Putin is asking for the entire Donetsk Oblast region of Ukraine, not all of which the Russians even control.
Actually,
there has been a huge media war over President Trump's crackdown on D.C. crime, taking power over the district's police.
11:22 is. I guess this is all on like Sunday. Cause like, who the fuck is this guy? I've never seen this guy before in my life.
Police department and bring in the FBI and the National Guard as a show of force.
You know, you're reporters, and I understand a lot of you tend to be on the liberal side, but you don't want to get mugged and raped and shot and killed. Our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs and homeless people, and we're not going to let it happen anymore.
God, these two soulless fucking ghouls. God, and like they have the audacity to wear this cross, this fucking cunt.
Mayor Muriel Bowser now is suing the feds to block the takeover, but has little leverage because of the district's limited home rule powers.
While this action today is unsettling and unprecedented, I can't say that given some of the rhetoric of the past, that we're totally surprised.
Man, it's amazing how like so many mayors of major cities in the U.S. just can't fucking publicly speak. It's actually incredible.
Many on the right welcoming the federal firepower in a city that's been plagued by this wave of carjackings.
This is brilliant, especially that show of force that we just saw during this press conference, this Liberation Day for Washington, D.C.
We saw firsthand as a White House press corps member talked about how he had been robbed at gunpoint by a child and nothing happened.
I'm super curious. I wish I could find that original video. Like, I wonder what they meant by nothing happened. Like nothing happened as like fucking Spider-Man didn't come down swinging from this, like the rooftops to kick this guy's ass, this kid's ass, or like nothing happened because nobody like investigated it, because most crimes don't get solved because like they're hard to solve. God, I hate fucking news. It's killing everybody's brain. Like mainstream media news like poisons everybody's brain equally, and that's the worst part. Like, it poisons the brains of people who watch it and believe it, and it poisons the people's brains who watch it and can't believe it. It's like an equal opportunity mind destroyer. It's really annoying.
I tell you how profoundly stupid it is for Democrats to get up with their facts and their figures and their charts and their graphs and say, look, you're safe.
Hold on, I want to listen to that one more time.
A child and nothing happened.
I can't tell you how profoundly stupid it is for Democrats to get up with their facts and their figures and their charts and their graphs and say, look, you're safe.
Like, because our media is so fucked up, like, I don't think anyone is going to understand, like, what she said was so fucking stupid. Like, hold on, one more time. Let's run it back one more time.
A child and nothing happened.
I can't tell you how profoundly stupid it is for Democrats to get up with their facts and their figures and their charts and their graphs and say, look, you're safe.
Why would you want to listen to the charts and the figures and the facts and the graphs when it would be so much easier and it would feel so much better just to focus on our emotions and how we feel and how the TV and the Facebook makes us feel and tells us how to feel. It's just so much easier. It's so much more comforting if we just felt like that. Like, come on, like SE Cup. Wait. No way, this is a fucking CNN commentator. Oh, wait. So, okay. So she's like the fucking token, right? Okay. I fucking hate... What? CNN should have 0 of these people working at their fucking news station. Like, it's bad enough they try and be fair and balanced. The sad thing is, I feel like I fucking hate CNN almost more than Fox News at this point.
Can't you read this chart, idiots? Why are you complaining?
More mixed reaction on the left. MSNBC breaking away from the marathon presser and challenging the president's numbers, but others welcoming the move.
He portrayed D.C. as a city awash in crime, in crisis, a place that's unsafe to walk the streets. That's just not true.
Donald Trump wants us all to be talking about his decision to send just enough National Guard troops onto the streets of Washington, D.C., so that news cameras can get pictures of them.
People living in supposedly a nice part of town, downtown, where there's shootings, where there's still...
Hold on, sorry.
But others
I need to pay attention. My bad. It's on me.
He portrayed D.C. as a city awash in crime, in crisis, a place that's unsafe to walk the streets. That's just not true.
Donald Trump wants us all to be talking about his decision to send just enough National Guard troops onto the streets of Washington, D.C., so that news cameras can get pictures of them. People...
This guy looks like a Men in Black, like that bug in Men in Black who's wearing the human suit.
To be talking about his decision to send just enough National Guard troops onto the streets of Washington, D.C., so that news cameras can get pictures of them.
People living in supposedly a nice part of town, downtown, where there's shootings, where there's still carjackings, where there's still muggings.
Look at them trying to just say like, oh, living in a city isn't 100% safe, so we should totally just let the federal government take control over our local police, because that's like just what we've always wanted as Republicans. Obviously, the Don't Tread on Me party. Duh. Fuck.
Where people are still getting the hell beaten out of them walking to a restaurant.
Sarah, why has there been so much media criticism of Trump, especially on the left, for bringing in the FBI, the National Guard? Some of the agents will now be armed, given the level of crime here.
I think the media tends to be reflexively against anything that Donald Trump does. They did this on the economy. I mean, you just heard S.E. Cupp saying, and I think that's a really salient point, Democrats in the media cherry-picked numbers off a spreadsheet and said this problem that we're not personally experiencing.
Wait, what? What do you mean pick numbers off a fucking spreadsheet? You mean just look at the fucking crime data? Because... oh, look at that. Kind of normal COVID bump, and it's going back down. Who would have fucking thought? These lying cunts.
Experiencing that the economy is bad can't possibly be happening because we're insulated from it. That's what's happening with crime. A lot of these journalists live in really nice neighborhoods. They're not exposed to the crime as much as other residents of
That's not
D.C.
true. There is crime in really
Well,
nice
there's crime
neighborhoods.
everywhere, but it's not nearly as bad as in Ward 7 and Ward 8, where it's the absolute worst. And so, you know, these Democrats and the media are against anything Trump tries to do.
Many, as you know, on the left are accusing Trump of authoritarianism, but in the city, there are people who...
This is how bad it is at Fox News. So many people have been hired from that organization into the White House. They've had to get fucking people from their retirement home, like this old geriatric fuck, to come in and host a show on fucking Sunday. God damn it.
Who are afraid to walk around, especially with this wave of carjackings. Only 16 carjackings in July. I mean, that's disgraceful. So why not?
For a major city, what the fuck do you want?
Welcome the extra firepower.
Look,
because it's the federal government taking over the local police. I'm sorry, I thought as Americans we didn't like that, but apparently Republicans are always cool with it as long as it was a Republican doing it. So whatever.
I live in Ward 8. Okay, I am a Ward 8 resident in the city, and there was a time at that.
So fucking gross.
Ward 8 is a neighborhood that, if you know, based on all the statistics, is a quote unquote a high crime zip code. But let me be very clear. There was a time post-pandemic where we saw an increase in crime. And what we also saw was both here in the District of Columbia, and I've also covered this story extensively in Forbes magazine. What we've also seen in D.C., in Baltimore, in Chicago, in Detroit, is we've seen local leadership with local community groups actually tackle this issue. They've invested in community, invested in rec centers, they've invested in smart local strategies, and they're actually seeing results. Our own affiliate here in Washington, D.C. has seen a 16% reduction in violent crime in Ward 8, in Ward 7, and other parts of the city. The idea that we're going to militarize and put troops on the ground and that's going to so-called wave a magic wand and solve D.C.'s crime crisis, which we don't have, by the way, or solve Baltimore's crime crisis, that's a misnomer, because what we've seen in this crime reduction, Howie, is actually this crime reduction is happening as police forces are at their smallest that we've seen them in decades.
Well, since you brought it up, and Trump mentioned those other cities as well, do you see a racial aspect here? Because these cities tend to be run by Democratic mayors who have sizable black populations.
Well, look, I think you know where there's...
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Air Force One, larger than the Russian plane. By the way, I was just looking it up, satisfying my own curiosity. POCCNR, Russian for Russia. And then Air Force One, larger.
Fucking kill me.
Actually, this is crime reduction. Actually, magazine. What we've also seen in D.C., in Baltimore, in Chicago, in Detroit, is we've seen local leadership with local community groups actually tackle this issue. They've invested in community, invested in rec centers, they've invested in smart local strategies, and they're actually seeing results. Our own affiliate here in Washington, D.C. seen a 16% reduction in violent crime in Ward 8, in Ward 7, and other parts of the city. The idea that we're going to militarize and put troops on the ground and that's going to so-called wave a magic wand and solve D.C.'s crime crisis, which we don't have, by the way, or solve Baltimore's crime crisis, that's a misnomer, because what we've seen in this crime reduction, Howie, is actually this crime reduction is happening as police forces are at their smallest that we've seen them in decades.
Well, since you brought it up, and Trump mentioned the...
God damn. Live for 20 minutes. 10 o'clock. I can do better than this. That's good, though. I want this out there, at least. Oh, boy. All right. Tomorrow, get a much earlier start. I just wanted to be live today just to do it because I'm live every day. I have to prove that to myself. Oh, it's harder. It's harder. It's harder. It's harder than it should be. Anyway, all right. I will be back tomorrow earlier. I won't be starting at 9:30. I need to start around 7. I feel like that's the golden time to start, because it gives me at least 7 to 10, 7 to 11, gives me 3 to 4 hours streaming. It's really the only way this would actually work. We shall see. All right. I'm back tomorrow. See you guys.